Welcome back. It's June the 2nd, and it's also the second live stream for this week. And we are going to focus on Office add-in development today again in Blazor, blazor.net, Office development add-ins. Usually that's Office JavaScript API development, but we are more like .NET people. So we are trying to do something in .NET. And I already get some applause. That's what I hear. Good. Let's go to the show. Welcome back. It's almost a couple of days before my birthday, but I'm 15 minutes late today because we had to wait for a little package delivery, and the package deliveries are getting late as well. Hello, one lion. Early birthday. It's on Monday. What's it? Whit Sunday? Second day of Whit Sunday. It's Whit Monday, I think. That's what it's called. I'm born on D-Day, 6/6. Oh, and now I'm spoiling my personal information on the interwebs. And it's now everyone can spoof me. Let's go to the code window. D-Day. I think we did not learn a thing from D-Day, because the situation in the Ukraine is maybe even worse. No, that's an understatement. Yeah, that's not really true, I think. Not yet. Because that was a world war, and this is not. What are we going to do? We are going to push the pull request in, or at least polish the pull request that we pushed in. And I got some feedback on that. So let's go. Let's first go to GitHub and see what is the comment on all of that. GitHub. And I'm still logged in, so that's a good thing. Let's go to the pull request there. Office in samples. That's a fork of the original Microsoft Office development Office add-in samples. Let's go there because the pull request is in there. Oh, there's a pull request gone now. Mine is still there. But at least there is some comment in there. One comment, but looks great. It's unclear if the code is intended to check for running in Excel. Shouldn't it log something like this add-in only runs correctly in Excel? But I think that's already triggered by the manifest. The manifest already has an entry in there, so that it's only possible to load it in Excel, I think. I know it's the same code as in Word add-in, so we should update that one as well. I don't know. I think we need to think about that a little bit, looking at that. We'll prove it a small accessibility change to the README. Not sure if that's already in there. Let's first merge the things there. Go into here. We need to go to our own pull request, I think. No, not my profile. A lot of interesting stuff is there on my profile. 297k views, so it's 250,000. And a coincidence is also 297 subscribers. Only 3 subscribers on YouTube away from 300. So that's going the right direction, and I haven't really started yet on YouTube. Just recording the live streams, and I want to put some videos on there as well. And the 297, almost in 6 months or something, where we had 317 on the SDNcast stream, I think, in 6 years. So that's much better. Let's go to my repositories. Obviously, we want to go through the 1,000 subscribers at least to get the community tab. But that's on 500 these days, I think. But let's aim for the community tab first. I also need to update the follower goal again. I see it ended 2 days ago with the steps to 125. That's on Twitch. It's a bit confusing doing both Twitch and YouTube. Let's go to the samples repo again, and then this branch 2 commits behind, so let's fetch the upstream there. And there's potential security vulnerabilities in the original one, but these are old samples. I think we may need to go over them over some time, but not today. Let's go into the Blazor XL add-in repo pull request, and this is also 2 commits behind, so also fetch upstream. I don't think that's having a collision with anything else. I also see that this is the README for all the samples. That I think there should be an entry in there as well for the Blazor samples. I don't think there are Blazor references in here, other than on my own page. Only 2, not in the README. How are you doing, one Lion? I kind of miss your live streams every day at the same full day stream schema. Schedule, I should say. There was always a moment to jump in, but these days you're not always streaming the full day again, I think. Let's have a look at that. Twitch.tv/11lion. Let's also do a shout out. What's the schedule in here? Oh, there's nothing today. Tomorrow again. Okay. It's a bit late. Your video on demand. So publishing on YouTube. Oh, you did stream today. Okay. I think I was stupid cookies. Let's accept the cookies here. I think the last time I watched, then you had everything. Or is it mine? No, it's not my schedule. There's now currently only 3 every week. 2 this week, 2. But you streamed today is what I just read. Twitch only, yeah. I think officially there's a limitation to, you're not allowed to do things on YouTube according to the contract of Twitch. Sign up your experience, blah blah blah. Oh, I'm not so because I'm in the coding window, coding machine. It's not showing my login. should be every day, but you can post it to YouTube 24 hours after the content is created on Twitch. Oh, so it's allowed to post it 24 hours later? Or is that your own regulations? Twitch. YouTube. This is what I do. I use the restream. I can show you that. We have this restream thingy here, somewhere there, where you simultaneously stream it to both YouTube and Twitch. And I'm not sure if that's allowed or not. Affiliate agreement. Oh. I used to restream doing YouTube and Twitch, but I think that violates the affiliate agreement. Yeah, I think I read something about that too. It doesn't restrict you from posting or to or streaming your content to other sites, except when you stream content to Twitch. And that content is being broadcast for the first time. The live stream, oh, there it is. The live stream content must be exclusive to Twitch service until the exclusivity period of 24 hours after you streamed it expires. Yes, so I think you're right. I guess you get a warning first. Looking at my stream schedule on the dashboard and showing Monday through Friday. I think I saw that yesterday as well. So I'm not sure why it's not showing in here. Twitch. Is there another one line? Oh, in the dashboard. In here. There's nothing in here. Why is there nothing in here? Schedule. Next week? Oh, next week. Yeah. As of next week, every day is filled with Monday through Friday. Did you skip some of these streams for this week? Because I think Twitch also removes the entries that were not actually streamed. But then it's a surprise that today is not on there. So you skip Monday, Wednesday and Tuesday are not in here. Do you have videos? 2 days ago? 6 days ago? So something really disappeared, apparently. There's only one for this week's 2 days ago. And that's matching the schedule. I guess you played some copyright music then in that stream. So you get a copyright strike. Obviously, I'm just kidding, but you never know. So your recordings are actually matching your video list. So do you do proactively enable the videos? I don't think I do that. Always type .com after my name and it's not. Oh, yeah. So if you post some things, let's get the audio's off. That's good. What's this? 4 days. In 4 days is upcoming stream. It's for next week. Let's have a look if I can go to my schedule there. It's always 2. Oh, that's nice. It's showing how far in it is. That's cool. And the videos are always posted in here. No interference from my part. So if I mess things up, then well, that'll be the thing then. Then everyone will be the witness. You know, what's on the internet stays on the internet. Cloud is a mystery. But I might need to take this into account and stop streaming from YouTube simultaneously from at the same time. Doesn't really matter because usually in YouTube there's no one watching live, and I think YouTube is not really the vehicle to do the live streaming on. They're working on it, like they also have gifted subscriptions, I think, these days. If you're a big streamer, then you're allowed to enable gifted subscriptions. But I'm still working on my non-gifted subscriptions. That reminds me, I wonder if I'm still subscribed to your channel, YouTube. I think I do. What's this? Oh, this YouTube. There's another one line on YouTube. That's not you, is it? Oh, and I also need to sign in to check that I'm not signed in on the developer machine. But I think it's expiring on June 12 or something. Oh, but it's just for fun. It's I usually do that to kind of trigger your hype train. Usually it's a trigger for other people to subscribe as well. And I've seen some hypes succeeding already. That's a cool thing. I'm completely getting rich from Twitch. I think I already earned €4 maybe, €5 maybe. Let me check, duplicate this one and go to the original one to see what the comment was on this one. I better go into here, Blazor it in, just do a sync. Hype emojis, yeah. I have my own hype emoji here. Somewhere. Why is it not showing here? There. Hype. Pulling it in. Yeah. The benefit of being a subscriber is that you can use these fantastic emotes there. Took me some time to create it, but well worth it. Let's have a look here and check that with the comment of the reviewer. Like in the README, Linda Lou, she mentioned in line 37, README. Oh, that's the preview. I have the Markdown Editor Previewer installed. I don't even have that many emotes. I'll work on that eventually. These are always the things that you want to do, but you don't spend too much time on it. I've on my list for ages things like updating my screen to give it another style or something. But yeah, in the end, start the stream again, and then I forgot about it. I even usually forget to update the what is it? The scroller text on below on the screen there. It's not easy to do that. Line 37. Line 37. This is... Where's the line indicator? There's no line indication here. 37. Download. Oh, it is there. The comma. And there's a this in there. But it looks like this was added in. Commit suggestion. Okay. Commit changes. That means I'm now behind, I think. That's another one. Removing the comma. There. This was a question. Flipped cameras, but the camera is not really flipped, is it? It's actually, if I'm pointing to, it's like a mirror. The mirror is the other way around. If I look on my screen, it's the other way around. Yeah, I'm pointing to the right, and on my screen, it's for the viewers to the left. Because the text is, it's not mirrored. There's some buzzer sound in the music that always makes me thinking that my phone is ringing, but it's not. It's in the music. Where were we? Well, this was a question by David, so we need to check that the Blazor add-in library module that's in there. So the question was, It's unclear if this code is intended to check for running in Excel. Shouldn't it log something like this only runs correctly in Excel? Please load the add-in in Excel. But I think the manifest that's loading the add-in, that's restricting it to Excel, I think, because of this workbook notification there as a host. And it won't be visible in Word. Excel host is workbook, Word host is document, and PowerPoint host is presentation. Make sure the host you override match the host declared in the top section. Otherwise it will break, I think. So I don't think the suggestion is necessary. Just put in here to check that we load it into Excel. It's more like logging if we are using the desktop version or the browser version. But we do need to do the onReady there to get to trigger the Office API. Otherwise, it will give a timeout, and the task pane will not load. That's basically the reason why I put it in the before start for Blazor. Because if we don't do this and put this later on in the index, that's where most people are doing it when it's not using Blazor, then actually the loading of the add-in will fail, is what I found. So we have 0 changes here. Oh, we obviously need to synchronize again. Let's see if we get an update for the README. This was changed. It mentioned this and it removed the comma, I think. Is there an update? Oh, my license will expire. That's not possible. Because this is the preview, it can't expire. Exposing all my information again. Re-enter my credentials. That was easy. Oh, and I'm closing everything, I think. No, it's still properly done. Everything up to date. Because the preview is free. Happy Thursday. With this happy icon again. Define strawberry happy. That's your own emote. Do you also have your own channel? I mean, do you also do live streaming? Twitch. I think. Oh, you do? Last month. I'm not logged in. Maybe I should log in here. Well, let's do it on here then. I'm already a follower. Yeah, already follower. So let's do the shout out then here again also. Let's close that and do the shout out. That's the downside of using the restream chat window that's not proposing the proper username. So click on that. Yeah, that's working. Happy Thursday. Usually we are late and then we have a happy Friday, but that's only in 2 hours and 15 minutes. So that was the change for Linda. 2 approvals. The choice of, let's see, what is he saying? It's unclear if the code is intended to check for running in Excel. Checking. I use this to preload Office.js before Blazor kicks in. I run into issues loading the task pane when not preloading. Darn it, my typing is terrible today. Typing is terrible today. That sounds like a poem. When not preloading before Blazor besides that, I think the host is determined by the manifest, already. And the manifest is, where is the manifest? Blazor add-in, Excel, Blazor add-in. This is a side loader, the manifest. There it is. It won't show up in other. If I'm correct. Hey, I thought I copied some code in there. This is code is not showing up. So we need to make that things like that. There it is. It's put it on a new line. Let's comment that and see if we get feedback on that. Okay, so I think everything is in there now. Pull request is updated. All checks are complete. Few changes. Yeah, these are his changes. There's too many changes to go over here. I briefly scanned through all these changes and they're all valid. So let's keep this in there. Oh, there was one other change that I found that we need to update here. This is the telemetry part. That should be... there was another pull request, I think, from David this time. Pull request, something telemetry. Files changed. So this was telemetry SharePoint pnp.com is now changed into pnp telemetry azurewebsites.net. Copy. Like that. And this one has the PNP Office add-in samples, Blazor add-in structure. But the other one, copy. From Word, and it's not in here, but we need to put that in as well. Oh, why is it doing that? My mouse sometimes double clicks things and then getting it full screen. That's not what I want. Let's find the location for this. Folder Explorer, and then go to the Word version. Not going to load that completely in Visual Studio because that basically is unchanged. So let's go in Visual Studio Code then. Command code dot. That would give me the option to edit the word readme here. And change this one. Oh, that's not the right section. Let's put that quickly below there. Samples Blazor add-in. So this should be added. Remove that line again, and now we need to change the domain here. pnptelemetry.azurewebsites.net. I think this is used by Microsoft to track the amount of visitors to the GitHub repo. So if you go in here and we go to that website, there's this nice little dot thingy. And that will track the number of visitors. So if I do this 1,000 times, then my repo will be extremely popular. There's an image, it's an image tracker. Sneaky, sneaky. Yeah, so that's the other repo pull request for telemetry. So I added that to our own one as well. So I need to save this and then what I find also interesting is that Linda was commenting on the part like, is it not in here? There. Download or clone this. Let's make that the same as in the Excel version then. This is the resizing thing. Download or clone. Copy. I also found interesting is that it's showing 1111. Is that's changed over into 1, 2, 3, 4. And there was this comma, I think, between Open with Studio, this one, that was also removed by Linda. And the break was removed. Let's have a look at the history for this. Can we do that? Git view history. Compare. There's a section called, let's match that with the other one. Copy. Where is it? Here? No. Oh, it's the other window. There. Oh. Under create a Blazor WebAssembly. Create a Blazor WebAssembly Word add-in. Yeah. Let's compare that to this. Oh. The change should be Office add-ins here. Build Office add-ins. Build. Where is it? Here. Build Office add-ins. Using .NET. No. And there's a comma after C#. and the space after Office.js API. Office.js there. It's matching this one. You really won't believe the details that Microsoft is checking this text to be 100% complete. Open Visual Studio 2022 and open to remove the break there. That's what I did as well. Let's remove the duplicate here. Let's quickly check once more. Nothing more than that. Let's take that out again. Then the next change would be in here. Removal of the break. Under run the example. Yes, I already removed that. And then the third change in here. That's called each razor page. Let's copy this part again. Copy. There are Blazor pages here. That's changed. These are changed by each razor page. Each razor page. Copy without the E, and that's changed with the there. Each razor page also contains two code behind pages. What's the last change? For example, two code behind pages, for example. Two code pages, for example. Named Hello World Razor CS and Hello World Razor JS. Anything else here? Nope. So that's it, I think. Let's remove the lower part there again. Save that. Then close it and check that in Visual Studio to see if it's getting it changes there. There it is. So if you now double click that, it should reflect the same changes as in Excel. That's the space in there. That's good. Removal of the break there, and the first part, download the clone, the add-in sample repository, blah blah blah. That's this one. Then we have that one. It takes more space. No, it just is smaller, I think. Pages follow contains the Blazor pages such as Hello World, Razor page. Yeah, because this is a little bit bigger, I think. make it somewhat the same size there, and this one is bigger because of the added stuff in there. Insert paragraph. Hello world from Blazor. Solution. Yeah, he aligned some table. I really don't think that's changing the layout on markup. And changing over the URL there. Samples, put samples in the Blazor add-in subfolder. That's good. So the pull request creation was on 14. Oh, that's the Word one. That's previous, 2 months ago already, almost. Good to go, I think. Final changes by Linda, and I matched the word readme the same changes you added to the Excel readme. To match. Then let's do commit all and sync. We need to go back to the pull request. There. That should now reflect another commit. This one. Back to the conversation. Word readme. Excel readme. Also updated the telemetry in the readme files. To the latest standard. And that should match. I can add the number of the pull requests in there. 320. No, that's 320. 320. That must be right. Comment. Okay, let's quickly test if it's working. If it's still working. Let's close all the documents here. All but this, I want to close them all. Let's just hit F5 and see if it's working or not. It should kick in Excel and the website. There's the website. It's basically the server serving the add-in. Usually this is sitting on in Azure somewhere. Let's see if it runs in Excel. We got the intro thingy there. Go to the Home tab and click the Show Task pane. So this is the Home tab and then Show Task pane. It's kind of useless command in there because when you see this, it's already in there. There's the task pane loading. We have two examples here, the Hello World example. Oh, that was already loaded. I should click this one. And it's going into break mode. There's the Hello World on A1. That's according to the text. Then go to the bubble chart demo. There we can create a table and create a bubble chart. That's nice. We can style it a little bit if we like to. But the power is that you can just push this in. So everything's still working. Let me do a final check on the NuGet packages, NuGet packages, to see if we have the latest versions. Installed. Yeah, no updates. That's good. So we are all up to date. And while we are doing this, I also reminding some things. No, I lost it again. What was it? Yes, it was this one. David changed this over to the general availability thing. And the comment in here that's not right. This sample is using the beta API to demo the preview event handlers, and that's not the case in here because Excel doesn't have any content control, so this text is invalid. Also wonder if there is a 1.1 for Excel as well. Let's do a search on GitHub there. In all GitHub. Office.js. NPM packs for Office.js is a copy of what gets published to the official evergreen Office.js CDN. The Office.js CDN contains all current available Office.js JS APIs. The naming is really not consistent compared to the changes in the README, I think. So what I'm thinking is there also, because this one, if we go in here, copy wise, yeah, this HTTPS, that's good. But if I go here, this will download the JavaScript file, and it's highly compressed. Let's see if there's a 1.1 as well. Looks like this is a 1.1. Do a search for this again. One thing repository. Repo and npm package for Office.js would get there's a 1 in there. This is the documentation. And here it says 1.1. Access npm via CDN. Copy. Let's first open the other page in here in a separate tab. Get back to that later on. Let's find CDN. That's also getting one, but this is really the 1173. How is that compared to the one library? Here it says version 2.3.0. Copy. Okay. That's just a service agreement. Oh, that's pointing to the service agreement, obviously. .1. Here it says 16.14.621. And the other one, file version. That's a little bit more than I expected. There's no one in here. So here it points to 00000, and there's 16.15 something, so that's a lower number than the one from CDN. No, it's a higher number. This is 14. This is the CDN is pointing to 14. Is there a 73 in here as well? No. Only in the title. So let's have a look what the official documentation is pointing to. Nothing. That's failing. And that was pointing on. That's a sad thing that I closed it. Let's go to Visual Studio again. So copy this. Copy. And go to GitHub again. All of GitHub. That should go there again. There we have a link. And that link is does not exist in here. Use a specific version with ScriptLab. So it looks like ScriptLab is using the unpackaged thing. As opposed to the other thingy there. This provides best effort, no uptime guarantees. CDN hosting npm packages, especially useful for trying out custom builds. If you want a specific version, I think. The different versions for the npm package are listed on the top right of the drop-down list. .173. All the other ones are custom. Oh, there's a 174 as well. Why are all the other ones custom then? So it looks like there's no released 74 version. So the question is, what is the officially released version for the JavaScript library for Excel in this case? Let's go to here and Google Office JS library. There's a doc thing there referencing. This is 22 of March. And this is pointing to version 1. So what if I look for this one in here? Search for 1.1. install 1. Version overrides 1.1. That's doing a map version override. That's different. This is also pointing to 1. It looks like everything is pointing to 1, but I'm pretty sure there's also version 1.1 available somewhere. That's 1. Beta version. That's preview. Well, let's stick to 1 then and leave that in for now. But that means for I think this was mentioned somewhere in one of the other repos. GitHub.com. It's not easy to find some consistency in the Microsoft deployments. Let's look for this again. Copy. Replace wrong Office.js references with canonical ones. That's 1. It's also 1, not 1.1. Oh, let's be sure then and change this text here. Replace 1 with beta for preview. For preview options. Let's make that a lib dash to make it more obvious where to change things. Save. Okay, this must be the final change then. Let's check that. That should only change the comment here. The sample is using something blah blah blah, but it's because that's not the case in the Excel version. So that's good. Contained incorrect information that was used only in the Word Blazor add-in, as that one was using preview events handlers with a A. On content controls. This is not available in Excel. Commit and sync. Final check on GitHub there. Let's go in here to my repositories, go to the forked item of add-in samples, going to the main repo, and go to the pull request. This one, that should now reflect the change for it's not. Or this one, yeah. Good. I'm happy with that. Let's allow Microsoft to push that into the repo, then we can continue developing things with that. Now there's a quick other thing that I wanted to test here. That is, let's make another date repo there. Command. Make directory 2022-0602. That's for today. 2022-0602. Then we are going to create a new project in VStudio there. New project. What I want to have a quick look at a question posted by Mr. Anderson, I think. Go back to the repo again. Add in samples. That's the original one. There's an issue in there posted by how to create a project from scratch, from Snatch. Posted by Martin Anderson. So what he created there was he cloned my repo, this one. Now let's open it in a new tab, please. Otherwise, it's going to be a complete mess. Let's go in here. Oh, we need to go in here and then get a clone from that. I know that's not the latest version because the latest version is the one that we just pushed in the repo, but to answer Martin Anderson's question, we need to go in here, now in here, and do a clone of this one. And a clone of this one means the Office add-in samples from the main branch, because that contains the word add-in at the root of these samples. And that one has a side project pointing to remote URL. And I think remote URL is not resolved if you're not using Office Studio. See the samples. There's the Blazor word add-in. And there's a solution, so open the solution, word, Blazor. So open solution there. And in this solution, we can see what is meant by that. We have two solutions here. The one is containing the XML, pointing to remote app URL. And there's the side project next to it. If we just hit F5, it should load the remote app URL. So let's see if that's working or not. I think it will. There it is, it kicks in both. And the reason for that is that, what is this one? The reason for that is that the project is doing a duplicate load here, properties. It will start a project, multiple startup. It will first kick in the Blazor add-in service. That's basically the website, this one. And the second one will be the one that's actually loading Word into starting up Word here and side loading the task pane there. There's some trickery going on by the Microsoft team, trying to get this window in the back, but it's not showing that. This one. Because my OCD doesn't allow me to have windows not matching the placeholder there. So this one is pointing to the manifest file that contains remote app URL. And if you now create a deployment thingy there, not sure what it's doing now. It did deploy something, but I need deploy profiles. I think that's on the website, I think. Published there. And in here, you should be able to set the remote URL, I think. It's interesting that this is now pointing to the ASP.NET Core page. Build your app, sideload. Let's go to the comment in here. Because there's a Stack Overflow comment in here that's showing that the remote app URL is something stored somewhere. There's a built-in way to have Visual Studio replace the remote URL symbolic reference token by the target URL of your choice. And I think that's done by changing over the, if you open this one, that will change over the value for the remote app URL, I think. So let's go into that folder there. Samples. Blazor add-in. Command. Code. Dot. Let's have a look at the project here now. Is there a remote app something? Remote? No, there's not. Let's do that global search then. Remote. That's all in the XML. But it can also be the GUID, I think. Why are there two GUIDs in here? This is pointing to the specific project, I think. Localhost. It will run in localhost. But that's getting it from the launch settings. And it's not this one. It's this one, I think. So go back to the Stack Overflow thing. Where is the Stack Overflow thing? Did I lost that again already? In here. There it is. That's the bottom one. There's this one. Pointing to, I think it takes the URL from the web app CS proj file. Let's go back in Visual Studio here. Have a look at the website there. It's not in there. Because this also depends on your start action. Because if I do start action and pick the website like Edge, let's see what's happening there. Close this one. Don't save. Let's see if it's doing the same thing. Like F5. Now it's complaining. The site URL property of the project has not been set. Oh, that's the one if you site URL, yeah. Server connection cannot connect to. If you move this project to a new computer, I think this is the one that he's pointing to. So if you have a web interface, server connection. This is also, I think, the error that was mentioned by Eric Legault on the original repo. Let's have a look at that. Let's find my original repo there. There, this is the one for the word add-in. There, Eric was complaining. Yeah, this is something different. But if he's using the web version, it might be that he mentioned that in my mail, so that's probably not in this repo. Because we also have direct contact on discussions on this. Let's site URL. That should be. Do I have it open? No. Back in here. So let's change the thing back here to desktop client. That will remove all these things. And if I now run this, it will build again. Let's wait for it, and then we get the URL there. Copy. Close that and close this one. Don't save it. Then go in here. Let's paste that in. Let's see if that's working. Build must be stopped before the solution can be closed. Why would it change credentials then? this is not working because it's trying to go to the SharePoint site. So if you switch this to the web version, you need to do something else. In that case, you need to change over all these remote URL thingies. Into that. Replace all. Okay. Close that. And now we should change this over to where is it? To single startup. Blazor add-in only, because that's the website then. Now run this, F5. That should trigger the server only. Now we need to go into Word version on the web, like office.com. Sign in here. Pick the Office Developer one. Now go into Word. Create a blank document, I think. Now insert. I really don't like these new ribbons. I want a classic ribbon. Add-ins. This should give us the option to upload my add-in, browse. Now I need to go into this folder here. No, not that folder. Come on. Copy. This manifest file, open, upload. There it is. There it is again. Bring in the content controls. Ah, it's already loaded, so same issue. Set up the page, convert to content controls. So now we have some content controls in there. Then tag the content controls. Then next, modify the content controls. Now they will be visible. You can see the even and odd content control numbering. Then register event handlers. I'm not sure if that's working on the web, but let's try it. Delete the first even content control. That's a red one. That's working. And removing the event handlers again. Reference there. Mono is not defined. That's interesting. But the handlers here are added, and then it's actually triggered the event handler, I think. Not really sure if this is working in the web version. don't think the events were handled in the web version, but at least the add-in is working. And so if we go to, let's say, quotes here, we throw everything out again, and then we put some Roll Volta quote in there, and a Bruce Nair, and Steve Ballmer, developer. I should put it on my soundboard. Is that on my soundboard? I don't think so. No, I do have some other thing. Okay, well, this proves that at least the web version is working if you just sideload the XML. The other option is if you're just starting the website and you need to, what we did, we need to change over the remote URL, bring that in. You should do that anyway, because if you hosted this on, well, let's see if we have something in there. In here, we have some Blazor tested in. And the URL for that is this one. Copy Blazor tested in website. That's basically a deployed version in Azure from an early version. So if I now replace all of this, let's first stop this. Well, it's not really needed to stop it because it's we're only changing the manifest. HTTPS -- localhost 706996 is now changed to the one in Azure. Let's do the replace all here. Okay. Now run this again. Let's save it first. Run this. That will load the server again, but we are not using the server. Oh, we don't even need to run this. We can just stop this because we're not using the local version. We are going to use the Azure function, the Azure version, Blazor tested in version. So there's no need to run the server from local in this case. We just need to sideload the app again. So close this one. Go back to Office. And sign in. Why is it not loading automatically? Is this a private window? It's not. Not sure why it's not giving me the accounts. Go to my password manager. Then pick the right account. Should be this one, I think. Copy. No. Paste. Next. And then copy the password again. Copy the password. Yes, you can stay in. Then open this one again. So let's see if we can override the existing add-in. Is it still in there? It's not in there now. We have to reload it, I think. Add-ins. we are going to upload again. Did we just change that? No, that's not the right one. This one. Samples. Blazor it in. Site loader. Upload. So this one is now running, I think, from Azure. And it is because this is the softest in software version. And that's branded differently compared to the one that we had in Studio. If we run this one, you will notice that the branding will be set to the Microsoft PnP repo. See this with the porcupine thingy there, the character. That's a different one than the one that we have running in Azure. This is actually running in Azure. So let's set up the document, see if it's working. It's still working. Convert content controls, tag content controls, and modify the content controls. So this one is a little bit limited compared to the other one, but it's also working. This is live from Azure. So there is a couple of things that we can mention in this issue. Stop debugging. Go back to here. This is the issue, I think. No, it's not the issue. That's the one from the original pull request. Close the window there. Add in samples, go to the pull request. No, it was an issue. An issue, how to create a project from scratch. Please, Oh, okay. Oh, he already solved it by doing this. Is there? Isn't it? It's edited. Okay, let's check. 5 days ago, most recent. Yeah, so this is the change. He added that. So it can be closed. Yeah, so the thing is that his issue is I can show that again. If you want to start completely from scratch, you can do a thing like create a new project, and then you can create like a Word web add-in, and you start creating that. Let's call that test Word add-in, and put that in the folder 2022-0602. And the framework really doesn't matter because we are going to overrule it anyway. So let's create this. So this will be a quick demo on how to start from scratch. if it will finish today, that is. Because this one will create some boilerplate Word web add-in with the XML file in there, and also a website, but it's a .NET Framework 4.8 in this case. Just similar to what we see in the Blazor add-in. There it is, because this website is now based on, let's have we unload the project here and then open that. This will show you that this will be a 4.6 or 4.7. This isn't the FAT client. That's not what we want. With all these things in there, it's not what we want. So the thing to solve that is to go into the folder here and open a new folder with the existing repo in there. See data repos 2022-06-02. There's the Office samples thingy. So if I go into the samples there and I go into the Word Blazor thing and I copy this project, copy the project into the other one, next to this one, that allows us to replace the boilerplate with the boilerplate of the Blazor add-in. Now go back to Fish Studio here and we are going to the solution and we are adding a new project, an existing project. Go to the specific folder that we just copied. This one, Blazor add-in, and put that project in. That now adds the Blazor add-in, and this is the reason why he was mentioning, well, I found it, because in the properties of this XML file, the manifest thing, you should turn this one over into Blazor add-in. And that mentions, do you want to associate the Blazor add-in with the Office add-in project? And it's yes. Now we can say, well, the test Word add-in, that's irrelevant for now. So let's remove that. Unload project. No, not unload project. I want to delete project. Can we do that? Remove. Let's save that. No reason to keep that. So if we go in here, samples, no, not samples, the other one, this one, and we now remove the website that was initially added by the project in the solution. Go back to here. Now it's bound to the Blazor add-in. Let's see if we can bring this up into properties and then do the multi-startup Blazor add-in, and the project dependencies will say that the Blazor add-in, no, the other one, the test Word add-in, is dependent on the Blazor add-in, so it should first build the Blazor add-in. Now if we hit F5, it will build the Blazor add-in. And it should automatically open Word, there it goes, and sideload the task pane, waiting for the server to finish. And I got it. Apparently it found a different profile important to load. Got it. So the server is up now, and now go into here and it's not finding the server somehow. And that's true because the URL is not right. It's not called home. Yes, for that we need to update the manifest. Let's go into, first shut this down quickly. Don't save. Because now there is an issue with the manifest, the default boilerplate manifest in here. If we open that, there's a pointer to home. This one. We should fix that by just removing the home HTML. The function file is not used. And I think that's the only reference. Yes. So let's do that again. F5. That will load the add-in again, the server. Got it. Now let's try this. Now it's loading because it's finding the home page. So let's go to paragraphs, for instance, and insert some paragraphs. Inserting 5 paragraphs and getting that back to the event handler. So that's working. So that's the way how you can create from scratch. So 2 things. If you want to do that in a web version of Word, then you need to sideload it through the web interface and change the multi-load option to single load. But it is all possible. So we can now close this one. So your edit changing the web project in the properties. This indeed is the way to go to swap out the existing project with a new project. Don't forget to change the default task pane URL if that is named differently in your new project. Otherwise, the task pane, otherwise the add-in can't be found. And let's see if we have that in here. Go to the files and then the XML. Where's the XML? There. URL. Where is it? This one. I should go to the original file, the boilerplate. Where is it? CD test word, add in CD test word, add in CD test word, add in manifest code dot yeah, that's basically renamed Contoso something. This one. Don't forget to change the task pane URL. Make that code and have a preview. And change this one to bold. Oh, that's not doing it if it's in code. Okay. Let's close with comment. Good progress. Yeah, I think we have an early stop then today because we deployed the pull request there and even solved an issue. So that allows me to get some extra sleep today because I have to get up at 6 a.m. again as usual. And usually I stream too late, like 1 or 2 p.m. And then I can only get some 5 hours of sleep, and that's really not enough. And I also received my package today, my backup disk drive, so I need to unbox that as well to copy my CD collection to a third backup location. As usually you need to have 3 backup locations usually. Well, 2 backup locations and original. And so I need to copy my music database into a separate disk and put it in the vault. Almost got 5 hours of sleep last night. Oh wow, that's not enough. If I look at my average sleep over the last month or so, last couple of months, I think I won't get above the 5 hours. I think that's something that we have to live with. Getting up early and going late to bed. Good, let's go into the main window here and wrap this up. Thanks everyone. This was an Office add-in stream again. As usually on Thursdays, the Office add-ins solving issues or putting in new repos. I think the next one will be creating a Blazor add-in for PowerPoint. I think we have some candidates for PowerPoint automation there in Blazor as well. And that will be a new challenge then. I think Eric Legault will go for the for the Outlook Blazor add-in based on my boilerplate, and so that will not be done by me. So next Thursday I will continue working on my website again, softwaresoftware.com, and putting some additional features there as well, by learning some more Blazor stuff, and maybe also looking into the component library from One Lion. I think I'm quite interested in what's all in there as well. I think I missed most of that because your streaming is during my working hours, and I definitely need to put some attention to that as well. So thanks everyone, and I will see you next week then. Bye bye.